Hello! Buongiorno! Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, the Italian campaign. So it's March 1926, 1926 being an election year, which reduces all unrest to zero, which is good, because I got some unrest from taking the Central Balkans, finally, and from antagonizing Spain every other turn. So we're now at minus 45. So there might be a war there soon. Well, there will be, hopefully. But first, we're gonna build some ships. France has, since we last beat them in the war, they had big rebellion problems all over the place. So they've lost southern Algeria and Chad and a bunch of other territories all around. I haven't kept track of it all, but they've lost quite a few. Now, with the latest patch, the transport capacity, I'm already at 200%. I'm just gonna keep building it at 1%. It doesn't really do anything. 200% is the max. I can max it out at 2.8%, and I'm still making money. Wow. So basically, we have a lot more money now, which is good, because things have been researched. So this is going to be a shipbuilding episode. We have modernized Dreadnought 1 and 2 and modern battleship 1. And soon we're going to get modern battleship 2, small modernized Dreadnought. So that is nice. But also, we've gotten, where is it? Here. Modern Heavy Cruiser 3, Modern Heavy Cruiser 4, and Modern Heavy Cruiser 4 again. I don't know why there are two Modern Heavy Cruiser 4s, but there are. Soon we're gonna get Modern Heavy Cruiser 5. So, lots of stuff to build. I've sold off all my Sparviero class DDs. So, we're gonna need some new DDs as well. What's the latest? Modern Destroyer Leader? Okay, can build some of those. Big guns. We've gotten the Mark III 15 and 16. And we're researching Mark IV 11-inch guns. We also have, let's see here, where are you? Triple turrets on DDs and light cruisers. So we can really start packing on the firepower now. So that is nice. As for rangefinders, we've gotten Coincidence 5, researching Stereoscopic 5. When that is done, we're gonna start researching Radar 1, which is gonna be quite the game changer. What's my shipbuilding capacity at the moment? It's pretty good. I'm building mostly DDs now for Canada and Sweden. I've got two battleships being built for Sweden. They're gonna be finished, our first one in 4 months. Also, oil was discovered in northwest Italy, so it's a good thing the French didn't take it. Now, ship design. Also, since last time, the Aquila, Montandoro, Donzella class, and so on have all been refit, so they've got the Mark III guns now, which is pretty nice. That's a pretty big improvement in, well, everything, basically, over the Mark IIs. So, let's see, Dreadnought 5, that is what we built Montandoro on. And limiting ourselves to one battleship per hull. Can't build any more of those, but we can do modernized Dreadnought. Let's see, 42,500. We're gonna stick to the treaty for now. Let's see, 25 knots. I think I'm gonna the Victoria class. Probably, I'm not sure if I'm gonna scrap it. I think I'm just gonna mothball it and keep it as a museum ship. No one is gonna buy it because it's obsolete. Let's see, Modern Tower 4 enhanced 7,200 spotting. Okay. Or is Modern Tower 4? Nah. This looks better. It's got a flat thing on the back here. I think we're gonna go with that one. This is gonna be almost a an almost British-looking battleship, but that's all right. What kind of rear tower are we gonna go with? I think this will look the best. It's gonna be difficult to make this a an ABXY kind of turret layout. It's gonna be hard to fit extra guns back here. We can try. Tall funnel, can we fit 2 of you? No? Thick funnel. You take up the whole space. You also take up the whole space. It would be so nice if we could fit 2 of these. It's just not possible. Maybe maybe we're gonna go with this. If we can only fit 1. Now for a secondary tower, what's the smallest one? It would be this. Just a simple mast. That leaves room for a turret here. Okay. And we also have oil, fuel oil too. Let's see, let's go with turbo electric. It's gonna make the ship more expensive, but it actually reduces maintenance compared to gear turbines too. So I think that's worth it. Let's see. Enlarged barbette. We're gonna go with the 15s. Double 15s. Slight aft weight offset, that can be fixed. If I put you this way, that kind of looks better. Yeah, that can be fixed. Because we're gonna add some barbettes here. Space these out a little bit more. Good gun arcs on the aft turrets, which is nice. Regina Maria Pia. Alright. Alright. Let's build the rest of the ship to the best of our abilities. Lots of weight to spare. Let's see how that ends up once we add everything to the ship. Krupp 3, barbette 3 to begin with. Anti-flood, Citadel 5. Still have some weight to spare. With increased AP. Double capped. Tube powder 1 and TNT 2 to reduce the flash fire chance. 1.6%. We go with the super heavy shells. It's going to increase the flash fire chance, as will increased ammo. 9.9%. 7.4%. It's not great, but it's something. Coincidence 5. Oh, overweight. Let's see what kind of armor we can reduce here to save some weight. We're looking at a deck pen of 4.2%. belt penetration is more than 15 all the way out to 25,000 meters. I think 16 on the main belt. 7, fore and aft. 4 main deck. 2 fore and aft deck. There we go. No longer overweight. Let's go 6, 2, 1. 1. And 0.5 and 0.1. $17, 16, 6. There we go. 50 caliber. How about we make you 55 caliber? That reduces the deck pen at 25,000 meters, but we can now reach all the way out to 30,000 meters with a deck pen of 5 inches. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, we can punch through some stuff with this. Range is very good. It's very gooder than it needs to be. So we can drop that down to 26,000 kilometers. Sticking to 25 knots because that's the speed the Aquila and Monton de Oro are sailing at, and the San Pietro. Although San Pietro is probably next on the chopping block after the Vittoria has been replaced. Let's see, casemate guns. We're gonna go full on 8-inch. That's a pretty big weight increase over the 7-inch. We can see if it works. Overweight. They probably have a ton of armor. Yeah, they do. A ton more armor than they need to have. There we go. 8-inch casemates. Almost at the weight limit. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the 7s. Don't really need that much range on my casemate guns. There we go. And they don't look as oversized as the 8-inch guns do, so that's also something. The typical 4-inch guns, they are so nice, they just fit anywhere you want to fit them, basically. So pointing like to there. If I add another 4-inch gun here, I did not ruin the arc of fire. And add you there. Now the 4-inch guns will need to be 4.2, and they should be a little bit longer, so they have some range. Of course, 4.2-inch guns, that means we can armor them, so we don't lose all our crew. 2-inch Mark III or 3-inch Mark V. I think we're gonna go with 3-inch Mark V if they fit like anywhere. Here. Also in there. And there. 3-inch guns can't have any armor. But it's a nice little extra thing if some DDs get in close. I think that's it. for the Regina Maria Pia class. That's quite the ship. That is quite the ship. Let's save that design. Next, we got 2 more battleship hulls to build on. We haven't even gotten to the modern one yet. Now, modernized Dreadnought 2. Let's see, you look like that. You're kind of ugly. I'm sorry. 42,500 tons. I guess that's just not possible. I guess this is gonna be a treaty breaking battleship. Even if I reduce you all the way down, which I will not do. Standard draft minus 5 beam, so you're not too fat. Let's set you to here, make you a little bit longer. No, 57. 58. There we go. You're also going to move at 25 knots. Alright, but what we're going to do to pretend, quote unquote, that we are following the treaty, we're going to keep range and quarters at the minimum when designing the ship and keep the weight under 42,500. And then once it's pretty much finished design, we're going to bump these up to where they're supposed to be. And just pretend we are presenting it to be like weighed and measured with no fuel or ammo or crew. It's not cheating. We're just bending the rules a little bit. No funnel mounts on that rear tower. Would be nice to have 2 funnels for redundancy. That's such a huge secondary tower. It's just such a shame that you can't fit a funnel on it. Can you fit a funnel on this one? I'm pretty sure you can't. What you can do is take this one, fit a funnel on it, there, and now put that one here. Oh, it's shorter. That won't work. Like so. That looks pretty okay. That looks pretty okay. Now we're gonna have the same kind of ABXY layout with the main guns. 15-inch. I could go with triples, but I don't have advanced triple turrets yet, so that's gonna really impact accuracy. That's the general layout. Can we make this faster? How about 28 knots? So we can pretend it can keep pace with the more modern battleships that we're also going to be building. I think that's what we're going to do. This will accompany the modern battleship. This is of course not based on anything. Secondary guns, we're going to just keep it simple. This has less spaces to mount 4-inch guns than The other one did. How about some sixes similar to the Monton de Oro? Like so. Yeah, like so. Alright. Let's make this totally treaty compliant battleship. It's already not treaty compliant. Increased AP. Standard ratio. Now reduced and light, just for now. See if we can make it not break the treaty that much. Probably will. Now let's see, armor. I'm gonna go with the same 16-inch main belt. 6 fore and aft, 4 main deck. 6, 2 and a half, 1, a half, and 0.1. 17, 16, 6. What's the maximum armor on the 6-inch guns? 7.7. 3.5 on the barbettes. That is fine. The 6-inch guns are 41 caliber. If we raise you by 8%, 45. There we go. 12 and 4.2. So you can actually reach out and touch things just a little bit. Just a light touch. Okay. 54,375 tons. If we drop the draft down, 49,000. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fool the inspectors. But we can just try and keep it a secret, okay? Don't tell anyone. Don't tell the British. They're gonna get all mad. There we go. Flash fire channel 7.4. Not the greatest, but probably works. As long as we don't get the barbettes penetrated, it should work. San Andrea class. Let's save you as well. So one of each of those two, and then we're gonna build something modern. Modern Battleship 1. Okay, it's not the Roma, the Littorio class hull. So, sorry about that. That will have to come later, I guess. What's your maximum size? 65,000 tons. Something like that, I guess. -4. You're not as fat as the other hull. 58,000 tons. Yeah, things just end up being quite heavy in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, so tower spotting not as good as the other one. 6,700. Oh my god, some of these towers have just complete ass tower spotting. Like 4,000. That's early Dreadnought type of tower spotting. So we're gonna go with this one. Wow, that's ugly. Modern Tower 1. Like, that looks better, but that's gonna leave me outspotted. That's just the tower part cut off from that standard light cruiser tower and barbette setup that everyone has access to on at least one hull. Light secondary tower. Do you fit a funnel? I think that's the one that fits the funnel. Yeah, it is. 77.5. Why would I pick the more expensive, heavier tower when they do the same thing? That doesn't make sense. How about that? Yeah, looks decent. Looks decent enough. Dino class. There we go. Lengthen it up a little bit. Give it oil 2 and turbo electric. And we're still not quite there unless we do something with the boilers. So how about we... you don't have a funnel thing, do you? Yeah, none of these do. So we're just gonna have to go with the modern tower. And I guess induce the boilers? No, we're not inducing the boilers, we're keeping them standard. And going with, it's not like a magical funnel here that has more capacity, is there? 76? Yeah, there is. Thick funnel 5. 76 is not more than 77.5. Two of those. Let's get a smaller one here. And pick this secondary tower. Alright. That's looking kind of nice. Like an early fast battleship. I think if we're breaking the treaty, I know the British have, so they can't really say anything, but if we're gonna break it, might as well break it in style and just try and keep this Project Dino a secret. Come on. How far forward do you have to be? Yeah, we're just gonna not tell the British that we are breaking the treaty. And if they do, we're just gonna blame the the game's weight calculations. 59,000 tons is very heavy. For a battleship. Pretty much only the Yamatos have ever weighed more than that. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with Barbette 5 here, I'm pretty sure. Flash fire chance is 26. But I don't think we're gonna have that many secondaries on this. With tube powder and TNT2, it is now 0.7, but with increased super heavy shells it goes up to 7.2, which is okay, kind of. This is where we're gonna break the bank. But we can make that up by reducing some armor. 16 main belt. That's pretty much where we're at with the other one. We're gonna go 5 on the main deck here. 6 to 1. 1, 0.5 and 0.1. And 7 on the turret top. Because now we're capable of penning some stuff. 46 caliber. I think 6% gives us 8%. 9% gives us 50 caliber. Yeah. Reload time 92.8 seconds, but that's not with the crew training taken into account. So it's gonna be less than that. Yeah, that's a nice looking boat. These are gonna be the biggest guns in service in our navy so far. We can move things aft just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Secondary guns. We're going with 6-inch doubles on some of our other ships. Luckily, there's lots of room for that. You were placed a little bit too far inwards. Are you in line? Yeah, you are. Actually, a little bit further front. There. Almost had you. There? Okay. Now you, as far aft as you go, because I want to place something in between. If possible. If possible. Yeah, it's gonna have to be here. But that works. That works. The ubiquitous 4-inch gun. 4.2-inch gun, as it will be. Do you fit anywhere, like, where you're not in the way? No? No? I want some 3-inch guns. No? Doubles? Singles? 2-inch guns? Oh, you fit. You fit up here, but you're only Mark 3. So that's a Dreadnought improvement project kind of thing. Okay, how about I... No, it just won't work. And that would mess up the arc of fire for the X turret. I think we are done with the armament now. Possibly some... There's just no space for these anywhere other than up here. I think that will have to wait until I get Mark 4 or 5. Get a little bit more use out of them. Now, 55,000 tons. Could we try and play that off? No, your scales are wrong. It's not overweight. I guess that'll just have... No, wait. 4.2. Oh, gosh darn it. What did I do now? .2, 12% longer. Now they can armor. Just a little bit. No room for casemates. Six-inch guns. 7.7 is the maximum. And no. Can't have that much armor. I think that's it for the Dino. Could we have more 6-inch guns? Like, potentially. If I didn't slim the ship by 4%, we could probably fit more secondaries. But I think this is good as is. Kind of vulnerable up close. But this is not really going to be an up-close ship. If I had stereoscopic rangefinder 5, I probably would pick that over coincidence 5 for this specific ship. Or 80 resistance. Yeah, we're getting finally ships with decent resistance now. Like 80 isn't that much, but it's not that bad either. Okay, we have our 3 battleship designs. How about we pick you for the thumbnail? Let's build them and see how much more shipbuilding capacity we have to build cruisers. Alright. You're going to La Spezia alongside the other 25-knot battleships. These two will form their own fast battleship division. Dino is quite a bit cheaper than San Andrea. Wow. What gives? Okay. La Spezia for you. The other two. Livorno. That's gonna be their home. Livorno. And Livorno. Alright. That leaves us with... yeah, lots of shipbuilding capacity. 200,000 tons of free capacity. Multi-balance is a little bit in the red. We can reduce that by dropping this down. Like so. Also keep in mind we're building a lot of stuff for other nations. So Regina Maria Pia will work alongside the Aquila, Montondoro, and San Pietro Apostolo, all with 25-knot top speeds. Vittoria will be retired from service. She's done her job. Now for cruisers, you have a lot to play with here. Now, do we have a new battlecruiser? Do we? Battlecruiser 3, is that the Donzella class? Yeah, it is. Battlecruiser 5 is a new one. We've gotten that somewhere along the way. Or Or is battlecruiser 3 the Perla class? No, it can't be. No, because you got casemates. So battlecruiser 5 is a new hull. I just haven't built anything on it. We can build a squadron of battlecruisers. Another one. So for armament, we have two options here. 15 doubles, same as the battleships. Or 14 triples. I know I just said that I'm not gonna go with triple turrets until I have advanced triple turrets, which will reduce their minus 15% to accuracy down to just a minus 5. But 42,500. I mean, things could be refit. If I drop you down to minus 4, then up to 42,500. That doesn't make you grow, does it? No, you're max length already. So this will be treaty compliant. Donzella class, 32 knot top speed. I'm gonna keep you at that too, so you can work together. The 6,900. That's that tower. And this is gonna be a funnel farm. An absolute funnel farm. With oil 2 turbo electric, 2 funnels work. What kind of secondary towers do we have available? That one? No, we're going with this. How does that look? Looks okay. That looks okayer. If I only could like turn this around, but I can't rotate funnels. If I rotate the ship? No. That's it would be dumb if that worked. So we're going triple funnel. Yes, yes, smoke interference. It will probably be okay. Don't worry about it. That's lots of range, even reduced down to 1/4 on the slider. Let's see, barbettes. So, as I said, we have two options. Triple 14 or double 15s. 12 14-inch guns is certainly nothing to scoff at. I can move this back a little bit. Like so. You can probably fit a secondary barbette here behind the B turret. Not like that. This one did fit, but will that turret super fire the B turret? I guess it works. Kind of. Kind of works. No, let's instead just push this up a little bit and have the super firing turret to the back. Oh, you won't fit there? No. No. My plan. Plan was to have a super firing turret there. So no, that's just not gonna work out. So we are super firing the B turret. Will you fit now? Because I'm pretty sure that with this one, once I start lengthening the secondaries, the game is gonna start protesting. Would be nice to have the 4-inch secondaries pointing aft instead of I mean the one on the center line. Because that would be more useful if you got DDs chasing you. But yeah, that kind of works. That kind of works. Let's build the rest of the ship. As usual. Corrupt 3. Let's go Barbette 5. Anti-torp 3, double. Reinforced, anti-flood. Citadel 5. Increased AP, standard ratio. No, actually, increased HE. Because these are only tiny guns. Now, 2 powder, TNT 2. That reduces the flash fire chance. Then we're gonna increase it again by increasing the ammunition supply and giving it heavy shells. Coincidence 5, RDF. Okay, armor. Now in this case we actually need to add some armor, not subtract. Now this could be kind of tricky, because there's just not that much to add. We don't have the weight, the displacement for a lot of added armor. Let's see, you can drop you down to 14. 15 on the side, turret sides. Can we do 15 on the main belt? Yeah, barely. 3 on the fore and aft belts. This is gonna not have very good deck armor. That could prove dangerous for a battlecruiser. I'm gonna deprioritize the Citadel armor in this case. Now these guns are 51 caliber. To make them 55s, we need to break our weight limit and add 8% to the barrel length. Gives us a pretty good long-range gun with very good accuracy out to mid distances. Now, if we were to go with a completely different concept with a 15-inch gun, let's give it the same kind of armor. That weighs 1675. It is lighter than the 14 triple. And we make them +9, right? For 55. So these have, at to 15,000 meters, 4.1% accuracy versus 3.4% accuracy. They reload quicker. At 15,000 they pen 19.6 inches of armor versus 17.2. At 30,000 they pen 14.9 and 5 inches of deck armor. These pen 11.4 and Actually, 5.5 inches of deck armor. More deck penetration than the 15s. How did that work? I don't know, it just works. Yeah, these have so, like, amazing pen. I think we're gonna go with the 15s here. And do stick with the doubles over the triples. It's gonna reduce the number of shells we're putting out. But 15 kind of is the new 14. A little bit of a four-weight offset, but we can move the Y turret a little bit. It's not that much of a four-weight offset. Okay. So we now have some weight to play with. Bastarda class. I like the name. Triple bottom. Make it a little bit more tanky. 4.2-inch guns. Nope, the game says this is fine. Alright. We have more weight to play with. Gonna add some 4.5 belt armor. They're almost at the limit. I think I wanna not add that much 4.5 weight armor, but instead add some main deck armor and some top armor to the main guns. Apparently I cannot add that much top armor to the main guns. Can I add some conning tower armor? Just a little bit. 13? 12. There we go. Bastarda class. And this being a battlecruiser, we can build more than one. And with later refits, they can probably be made quite a bit faster than 32 knots. But that's for the future. Cruisers. We need cruisers. We're establishing a lot of new task forces now with these new battleships and battlecruisers. So they're gonna need escorts. Now, of course, there's no limit to how many ships we can build on each cruiser hull. So let's just go for the nicest one. Now, there was a treaty limit to the heavy cruiser also. Can we make 17,000 tons? That's enough for a super cruiser. I think that's what Senor Ferrari said the treaty was. At 17,000 tons, you can have 8 super cruisers per navy with 11-inch guns. So that's what this is gonna be. 8,100 tower spotting. Why can't my battleships have that tower? Okay, that's a funky one. I've never seen this hull before. It's gotta be new. Oh, is this gonna be one of those impossible to fit funnels on kind of hull? 55, 70. Gonna do 2 of you. Let's check out the other secondary towers first. Tiny. Just a mast. And that one. This one is kind of funky. Like, do any of them fit? Oh. 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 They do fit funnels. Ah. They do fit funnels. I had no idea. Okay. That gives me more room to play with. Alright. Alright. Let's see. What's your hull form 120. Max optimal speed 36. Yeah, you're gonna be quite fast, aren't you? We can't make you 39 knots, can we? Same as the DDs? Or can we? I think we can. I think we can. Yeah, that's a 39 knot heavy cruiser. That's kind of wild. 11-inch Mark III. We're gonna be Mark IV eventually. I mean, if the treaty says supercruisers can have 11-inch guns, who am I to disagree? You know? It's quite an expensive heavy cruiser, though. Flash fire chance. It typically doesn't get that high on heavy cruisers. Yeah, I know, we're overweight. Maybe we flew too close to the sun there with 39 knot top speed. Just because, yeah, I know it's Greek, not Italian, whatever. Well, 1.4 flash fire chance. We're not gonna go with the super heavy shells on this one. Now, these turrets, yeah, here we go. This is where we can reduce some weight. Not all of it, but some of it. Two-inch deck armor. 1.5. 1.5. 2. Can we go 9 on the main belt? Yeah, we can. Easy. 3 fore and aft. 9 on the conning tower. 2, 1. Okay, and these are 48 caliber. That's too close to 50 to not be 50. 601 ton. If we had gone with the 10-inch guns, give them comparable armor for the comparison. For 153. So yeah, save 150 ton per turret. That's 600 tons. We gain range, we gain accuracy. At 15,000, 1%. At 15,000, 1.8%. Almost twice as accurate. And I haven't even made them 50s. There we go. No, we're gonna go with the 11s and just assume that we're gonna get them refit at some point. Okay, you only fit in a very specific location. That's fine. No, 39 knots was too close to the sun. How about 37? How about the advertised 36? There we go. Might as well just make it 35, so you have the same speed as the Zara class. That made you a lot cheaper too. What's the weight difference, 35 and 36? A little bit. 35. Let's drop down the range as well, because it's crazy good as it is. There we go, 1,000 tons to play with. A little bit of a 4-weight offset. We can now secondary guns. This is where you can have 6-inch secondaries. They don't really fit that well. But you can definitely have 5-inch secondaries, right? Almost. Almost. Like you fit here, and you absolutely break the rear turret. I think we're gonna go with the good old 4-inch, well, 4.2-inch as it will be. There we go. And Le Barbette. Like so. That's a weird looking boat. That's a very odd looking duck. But I think that's what we have. If I could move that back, place a barbette here. Why are you backwards? You're too small to not look bad. So we're gonna place this barbette here. I'm gonna place it here. There you go. It fits. Gonna move that there. Like so. That's a lot of secondary armament. Perfectly balanced. Yeah, that's a super cruiser. That's a very super cruiser. We got 416 tons to play with. If it's a super cruiser, it's got to be more super, right? That means, oh, before I forget, oh, there we go, overweight. Yeah, 9-inch. 9 and 3, because the 4-inch guns are such a big part of this ship's armament that we can't afford to not make them decent. 36 caliber, range 10.8. It's gonna absolutely murder ships that get that close. This is gonna eat DDs for breakfast. And also eat heavy cruisers and light cruisers. Probably should stay away from capital ships though. Icarus class. It didn't end up being that expensive in the end once we gave it kind of reasonable speed. So that's the super cruiser. We're gonna need a squadron of those. Now, regular heavy cruiser restricted to, was it 14,500? Yeah, let's say that's the case. It was either that or 14,000. Okay, so that was the modern heavy cruiser 4. Apparently, I did only get one modern heavy cruiser 4. So let's see, modern heavy cruiser 3. Yeah, that's a lot more normal looking, basically. Yeah, it's just a scaled down version of the British battlecruiser hull, the hood hull, which some nations have access to as a heavy cruiser hull, just smaller. And this is one of them, and that's nice because I think it's a very pretty looking hull. Let's see, 14,500. Let's say that was the limit. Let's see, what do we have for towers? That's the default tower. Like, the stats are good, but it's just so boring. And we got this, which looks cool, but the stats are bad. 4,300 tower spotting. And we got some low profile towers. Low profile tower 6, 500 tons. Let's see, 16 base accuracy, 32 long range accuracy. You know, like, all of its stats are worse. Why is the boringest tower the best one? Monroe, please fix. And we're gonna go with this. Just because it looks... Actually, are we gonna go with this? Nah, that's too small. This looks more quintessentially Italian. Hawks Tower with barbette. We got the default rear towers. I call them default towers because it just yeah, so many nations have access to them as on different kind of hulls. So like so. Is that the best funnel? Yeah, it is. Big funnel. There we go. It fits. Alright. Now, heavy cruisers, according to the treaty, limited to 9-inch guns. We could do quads. Yeah, but they're just worse than the triples, so we're not gonna do quads. It's a very long ship. In fact, I think we're gonna go smaller than treaty on this one. A little bit of goodwill for our totally non-treaty compliant battleships. Just telling the other nations, see, we're taking this seriously. We're not building super ships, except for the ones that you don't know about. I think that's gonna be the most aesthetically pleasing barbette. We have a bit of a 4-weight offset, but it's not too bad. Okay, we can roll with this. 12,700. Let's see, 13,000. Like so. Is 14,000? Is that gonna be? No, that's just what we need. Yeah, the limit might have been 14,000. I don't know. If so, oh yeah, we're on luck. We're gonna do turbo electric. While it is expensive, let's see. Maintenance 7.6 million. Gear turbines too. Yeah, the ship gets a little bit cheaper. maintenance didn't really move that much. Yeah, maintenance stayed about the same. And that's what matters in the long run, anyway. But you get so much good stuff with the with the turbo electrics. It's kind of just silly not to pick them. Yeah, shaft 2, unbalanced, electric, corrupt 3. Let's go barbette 3 to begin with and see where the flash fire chance ends up at. Anti-flood, citadel 5, all or nothing. Let's go standard ratio. Increased HE on the secondary shells, which we don't have yet. Let's see, flash fire chance 0.8. If I go with cordite 3, 3.1, that's still not bad. And it gives me more range. Increased ammo. Because with semi-auto reloaders, a 30-second reload time. It's not too bad. We're gonna go heavy on these. I think we are. Let's see, standard shells. 23.6 kilometer AP range. At 15,000, 1.3% accuracy. 1.4% accuracy with heavy shells. Alright. Let's go with that. And we still have some weight to spare. Let's see, I think 3.5 on the turret tops should be enough. 50 caliber. Belt armor, 9-inch. Is that possible? Yeah, it is. 1.5 on the fore and aft decks. 2 on the super structure. 9 on the conning tower. 3, 2. This is going to be better armored than the super cruiser. If only a little bit. Okay, secondaries. Yeah, we're going to the tried and trusted. The good old 4.2-inch gun. A decent battery of them too. Let's see, 4.2. Max length. Some parts are badly placed. You were the badly placed ones. Okay, I can just replace you. And move you two, and... Ah. That works. That works. Decent multi-purpose battery. Move the Y turret a bit aft. And what I could do, move the A turret up. Yeah, forward offset. It's not that important. Get another one of these barbettes. Then whack another 4-inch gun here. Oh, I didn't copy you. Like so. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Made the forward offset worse, but again, it's not really that important in the grand scheme of things. Can we put some 2-inch guns just somewhere where they fit? Some parts are badly placed. Okay. We're not gonna do the 2-inch guns then. 100 tons to spare. I think we have... Let's go... let's just up the barbette armor. Barbette 4 should be enough. 6.6%. Not perfect, but it's not bad. And we are treaty compliant. It's another class of fast battle... not battlecruiser. Fast heavy cruisers. Decent firepower, decent survivability. And I think it looks good. Let's save you. Let's see. It's been a bit of a long episode so far. We're at 1 hour 15 recorded time, even though I've been pausing a bit during the loading screens. So I've been playing for more than that, but yeah, we're gonna have to build some light cruisers too, guys. 10,000 tons was the treaty limit. I think if I put you at -3, 10,015. I'm sure the British won't mind. 39 knots. You're gonna be fast. You're probably gonna need gear turbines too to maintain that speed. And we only have the default towers that are kind of ugly, but I guess they work. It's gonna be a very standard looking light cruiser. So that's 6,017. With turbo electric that would be, yeah, quite a bit more. If we balance the boilers like that, 6,406. With induced, 6,284. With turbo electric, we're going gear turbines. Do we really need 39 knots? How about 38? How about 37? What about the advertised 36? $37. I think that's the happy medium with natural boilers and turbo electric. 5,800. It's not that much of a weight difference, is there? 4.6 million maintenance, 4.7 with turbo electric, so it's actually a little bit more expensive. Vansia class. I think we're going turbo electric just for all the advantages you get, which, as you can see, is a very big list of green numbers. Now, treaty says 6-inch guns, and I'm fine with that. 6-inch guns on a light cruiser, that kind of goes together like waffles and brown cheese, which goes together very well, in case you didn't know. Let's see, the usual stuff. Increased HE actually, because we're gonna go incendiary and semi-ballistic, I think, on this class. Cordite 3, picric acid. That leaves our flash fire chances only 2.8% with picric acid and cordite. That's impressive. That's very good. Alright, fast turrets, because this will probably be maneuvering quite a bit. 8,000 tons. But we have no armor yet, not a single shred of armor on the ship. So the weight will now increase. But we got almost 2,000 tons to play with. So let's bring it on. 3.2 is maximum on the barbette, 2 on the turret top. I'm gonna go 2 on the main deck, 1 fore and aft. What's the main belt maximum? 5.3. That's not too bad. We bump you up to triple hull bottom. 5.4. With still some weight to spare. We're just gonna go 5.4 on the entire belt. Why not? Why not? 2 on the first inner belt. And like so. Some symbolic armor on the Citadel deck. Now these are 43 caliber. I don't want to ruin the rate of fire completely, so I think 4% to make them 45s. Still leaves us with a reload time of 15.6 seconds, which is pretty good. I can increase the barbette armor. Now, secondary guns. Sadly, the good old 4-inch gun is not here right now. Are we gonna do torpedoes on this? I think we should. I think we should find some weight for some torpedoes. Torpedo launchers, a couple of quad launchers. Ship is now overweight. Yeah. If we make them 24-inch torpedoes, though, what's a 13.6 kilometer torpedo range? That is quite decent. If we just do single triple launcher placed here. So less torpedo armament than the other light cruiser class that I forget the name of. But overall better, I think. It's got better armor. And that kind of that does count for something. Venezia class. Are we gonna drop the triple hull down to double? I think we are. There we go. I think that's our Venezia class, so it's not too expensive, really. It's gonna cost me a bunch when I'm building it. 8 million a month. Yeah, now the gear turbines are more expensive by 600,000 a month, and with less range. They are lighter, but they're going to cost me more in the long run. Let's see, 288 million, 226. Doesn't even make the ship that much cheaper. So yeah, we're sticking with the turbo electric for all of its advantages. 10,001 ton. The Brits better not complain about that 1 ton. We can say it's just pasta storage. Not that much in the way of secondary armament, but 3-inch guns aren't really that good anyway. Well, they are Mark 5, so they're not, like, useless. Let's save that design. The DDs will have to wait until next episode, because I think I've been playing enough for now. But let's just take a sneak peek at the hull. And this is the Modern Destroyer Leader hull. Now we have the Modern Destroyer Standard that we built a pretty nice DD class on, the Giuseppe La Massa. But the Leader hull, yeah. Oh, sadly it's one of those where the towers just don't fit. Isn't that nice? Minimal tower, you fit. Yeah. And it's got the basic barbette tower. And it's got the huge funnels. What's your 35.5, 84 hull form? Okay, you're it seems to me that this is just not that much better than the Modern Destroyer Standard. It's got way less stability and floatability. Resistance is the same, 66. Got better sustained speed while turning, one more hull form, and it's more visible. I'm not sure if we're going to build anything on this. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Even though, yeah, you can build a very, very big DD. Potentially. Like my DD limit currently is only 2,800 tons only. But this can go up to 3,500. And that's a very big hull for a DD. Like, you're gonna have torpedoes all over it. But not for now. And probably not for a couple of years in game to come. I'm not sure if ever. Just because, yeah, it's not that much of an upgrade, if it is an upgrade at all. Well, that's it. Goodbye, and take care.